We can all agree that the main goal of technology is to make life easier. Social media makes it easy to meet new people. Streaming content to mobile devices make it easy to watch our favorite shows, from online shopping to voice comments. And everything in between, we all enjoy innovation that make life easier and more efficient. In contrast, entrepreneurs and business leaders around the world are looking for ways to streamline operational sales processes, training, and more. Since simplicity leads to increased productivity, simplicity will always be in high demand. What steps are you taking to streamline process for your team? Do you regularly evaluate your current methods and refine them if necessary? In this lesson, you will uncover secrets to ensure your team needs the most simplicity. The 19th century American poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow once wrote, "In character, in manner, in style, in everything, the most beautiful thing is simplicity." This is simplicity with this quote. Consider everything you ask your team a complete all assignment projects, initiatives, and related tasks. Now think about how excited they would be if you presented them with methods to do their job more effective than ever. This is the power of simplicity. One of our main goals as leader is to make life easier for our team's members. This does not mean that we do not offer their work or absolve them of responsibility. On the contrary, it means that we are open-minded enough to see continuous improvement in our exciting methods. Consider simplicity for guidance in your area. This reminds us of the importance of evaluation. When responsible drivers regularly evaluate their cars, given them for periodic maintenance, it is recommended that you visit your doctors every year for routine check-outs. When it comes to doing business, we must be equally conscientious. How do you do this? And are these exciting practices bringing the desired results? Brave enough to team up with your team and ask them questions. For example, are our system productive the desired results? New team members who can quickly understand our process. What are the main complaints about something? How do we do something now? By asking difficult questions about our current process, you can easily develop a culture of continuous improvement. It is important to analyze the adaptation of employers. Even if the changes are for the better and you still often encounter resistance, do not give up. Many still preferred to give horse when Henry Ford factories were producing cars in the thousand. As a leader, your job is to help your team to move to systems that will help them improve. Pay attention to the following first information, which will give your team details of the new plans and above all, make sure they clearly understand how the new system will benefit them. A non-dictatorial approach to leadership is very important. Consider your role as the main inspiration for those on your team. Encourage them to embrace the change and make the most of the same. Then test that Accountability is key to ensuring the long-term success of the new plan. Therefore, you need to make action to review the progress your team is making and guide them through the transition, which our card reminds us of the work plan. To show that this is where we get the opportunity to demonstrate to the team how the new plan works. The top chefs will announce a new lunch on the menu and take the next step by preparing is to show other chefs how to be a leader. You are the chef who will not only tell your team how it's done, but you too. I'll show them that the last step is in our eyes. Formula evidence. The only way to know if a new plan is working is the evidence found in the results. Feel free to make some changes if the system you create are not working as expected. Work-class sprinters are often experiment with different footwear and modification to their running form. How do they decide if the change was an improvement? Do they review the evidence whether their time or place in the race improved? The same token, any change that you make should show a difference in profit. Is your team more productive, happier, more confident? If so, this is the proof you need. If you do not make adjustments and continue to work, then there will be no result. You, as the leader of your team, should make life easier for your team members. This can be done by introducing simplification techniques. Be ready to evaluate, adapt, show, and analyze. This is a substantial evidence that your team will soon be taking the easy road on the street and will lead your company to success.